Don, you just finished general media availability, asked lots of questions about the upcoming draft. One of your answers that you made very clear was you're looking for the best player, not a positional player. I don't know if this is possible to predict, but when you say best player, do you have enough patience that it might take them 3 years, 4 years to develop, or do you mean best player sooner than later?
No, I think we have to have an eye towards the best player who, when and if he gets to the National Hockey League. Obviously, you don't want the if, and that's the case when you're picking in the top part of the draft. You realize you have to take a player that you forecast of being, having an impact, have the ability to impact the NHL lineup. That doesn't mean year one. Sometimes it's not even year two. You get into year three and you're hoping that the development has taken a natural course, but everybody sort of matures physically and mentally at a different rate. It's not a sprint, right? We want the longevity and the biggest impact we could find.
You also mentioned having your draft board ready. You can't control what other teams are doing, obviously. I'm someone who has decision paralysis, so this stuff stresses me out very, very much. I don't know how you guys do it, but you have a big team, scouts, and yourself when you're making the final decision. How prepared can you be with so many moving parts, like picking seventh and possible trades happening right before the moment? How prepared can you be? Is it if your player that you wanted is taken off the list, you're just going to the next one, or is it always a kind of a shuffle when moves are made?
No, for the most part, when you're drafting up near the top, you have a hard list that you're going to stick to. As you go through the draft, there's some opportunities at times where a run might happen on a positional, a goalie run, a D run, something of that nature that you sort of are like, well, should we be a little more aggressive if we were going to take a D with one pick, maybe we jump it up and realize that player might not be available. Every once in a while that happens, but ideally these guys have worked in a lot of times almost 2 full years to put together the list of players, and we try and stick to the script.
Awesome. Last one. A lot of fans are wondering now that after the trade deadline, you acquired so many picks and they're valuable assets. Are you willing to trade some of those for a player that can make an impact right now?
Yeah, simple answer is yes. It would require a lot for us to move off of 7, but there's some opportunities to move back that we would consider. Again, now you're bringing in more variables of what players are going to be available and how far you're willing to move back and forecast what that player currently, that you would acquire, the impact he's going to have. So probably a little harder when you're in the top part, but not out of the realm. We've obviously had discussions with some teams that are trying to be aggressive to move up, and we look at it like, well, if we can get a similar player and how far back that is, plus another player, we have to be considering these things.
All right. Well, good luck, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Thanks, Thea.
Thank you.